Stacks of silver, stacks of gold, digging treasure, riches untold. International stacker, here to say, shiny vibes coming your way. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International stacker chasing that mill. Coins and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more. Chasing that mill.
Mic check 1 2. How do you guys read me? Mic check 1 2. 1 2.
Maps and clues, giveaways tonight. Silver dream shining bright. Roll the dice, take a chance. Treasure calls, we're in a dance. Silver shines,
Silver
gold's the
shines.
glow.
Gold's the glow.
Stack it high,
Stack it high.
watch it grow.
Watch it
Giveaways
grow.
for all.
For all.
Feel
Who
the
wants free
thrill.
silver?
International
Let's go.
stacking that bill. So hit
Let's
that
go.
club. Join the quest.
Join the
Riches
quest.
await.
They await.
You're the best
Yes.
international stacker.
Yes. Come on. Let's go.
Where you belong.
Smash that like button. We're going to get started here in about 3 minutes. Massive overnight attack. But we, the crustaceans, are fighting back. I got all the news, all the updates in just 3 minutes. Smash that like if you're ready. Let's go.
That sub.
So,
Join the quest. Riches await. You're the best international stacker.
stacking,
strong.
stacking, strong.
Silver, gold, where you belong.
Let's go.
Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide. Claws are up, the beat we chase. Treasure gleaming, golden space. Get your claws up, don't delay.
Who's ready? Who is ready?
Join the party night and day.
Get your claws up.
Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go.
Gold and silver, who wants it all?
Who wants it all?
Ready for the mega gall.
Mega
We're
God.
the crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music's played. Get your claws up, don't delay. Yeah, join the party night and day. Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go. 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning till we get started. We're going to jump right into it.
Tidal rhythms in the sand, shiny spoils laid by hand. We're the crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music's played.
45 seconds till all the updates.
Your claws
Hit that like button if you're ready. Let's go.
International stacker, he's our guide.
Let's go.
Gold and silver,
Come on.
the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Yes. Let's get it.
Dance with me.
That is actually me dancing in a crab outfit. Mrs. IS lost it. 10 seconds.
Dance with me. One stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The name is International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. I've got Mrs. International Stacker coffee coming soon. It is being brewed freshly. And don't forget, there's 4 bags left of Mrs. International Stacker coffee, limited edition, 1 of 50. Never again will it happen. Travel the world on gold and silver adventures. And guys, we're at 53,114 subscribers. Thank you so much. That means only 86 more subscribers till the next big show. Now, here's the situation. I'm going to issue I'm going to issue a Crab Your Battle Stations alert. Crab Your Battle Stations. Mrs. IS walked in the room, gave me some delicious coffee. That was amazing. Woo! Okay, here's what happened overnight. Yesterday, after hitting all new highs of $93.53, we moved sideways for a while. We had a massive attack we saw live, 1 there. We had a second massive attack we saw live, 2 here, that ended up being actually not as effective as the first one. And then we saw massive attack number 3 start before I went to sleep. Well, got off and really worked on a bunch of content, then went to sleep. It crashed all the way down, a smacky McSmackerson over a period of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, because these are 5-minute candles, all the way down to 86.40. 86.40. Then we had a push back up here. Then we had an attack back down again. The lowest it got was 86.40, 41, 40, something like that. Then we moved sideways for a while, overnight hours, and then we pushed back up, moved sideways, we pushed back up again, and over the last, what is this, couple hours, we really just moved sideways in this trough between the $90 and $91, okay? I've got some shocking proof to show you here in a second, so smash the like if you want to see that. Now, as soon as 8 o'clock hit, which morning trading session, we're going to start to see heavier trades at 8:15 a.m., which is just 7 minutes from right now. We're going to start to see some increased trading activity. And then by 8:30 a.m., we're going to see full-blown trading out of New York on the Comex. I guarantee you, and it's obvious, they're trying to smash it down again. Why? They cannot afford at all costs to let silver finish the week over $90. They cannot afford it. They cannot afford to have a weekly finish like that. But you guys want the shocking evidence? I'm going to show you that in a quick second. But really quick, gold, same thing. Gold got as low as 4,581. Here's the significant thing about both of this. So with silver getting as low as $86.45, that was literally the all-time high just 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So the big smash they did last night on silver, what you're going to hear in the news today, silver crashed to $7 or $8. That was literally the all-time high 2 days ago. Same thing with gold, smashing it down to 45.81. That was literally the all-time high here just on the 11th, 4 days ago. Still over 4,500. Shanghai Gold Exchange closed at $100.99, and we'll start to see this trade a little bit later today. But here is the real story, and it finished pretty strong. Here is the real story. This is data from the Comex. The Comex themselves, this is their trading volume. Remember, on the Comex, each contract is 5,000 troy ounces. So to see how many fake paper ounces they traded on these days, you hover over them. If you see the volume, 189,470, that's the total volume of contracts. Okay, so I converted these. I'm going to show you guys how much they're actually trading. And remember, normally, this is like normal back in the day, 67,000, 70, 80,000 contracts. Okay, so here, on this day, traded 947 million fake paper ounces of silver. Now, why is this significant? We produce about 835 million ounces of silver a year. We consume more than 1.2 billion. So this right here at 947 million paper ounces literally is more than the annual production. Okay? The next day here, and this is significant because on the 29th, they launched a margin nuke, a margin rate increase, a fixed one, and that went for 1.38 billion fake paper ounces of silver, so more than a year of annual consumption. The next day, this is 957.8 million paper ounces. The next day, this is 810.7 million paper ounces. The next day, this seems like not a big deal. This was still 576.6 million. This was normal. This is becoming the new normal. 576.6 million. The next day, 760 million fake paper ounces of silver. The next day, 788 million, 0.8. The next day, 878.5 million. The next day, 718.2 million. The next day, 698.1 million. The next day, 861.3 million. The day before yesterday, the day they fired the new margin nuke, and remember, this is big news. This is the first time ever they fired a notional margin rate hike or margin nuke. Usually they're fixed, 10%, 5%, whatever, 15%. This happened the day before yesterday, and now it's based off a percentage, and now it changes in accordance with the price of silver. So it continually scales now. So they launched the final margin nuke that is still exploding to today. And on the day they launched it, we had over 948.8 million fake paper ounces trade. Yesterday, the day of this big attack that we rebounded all the way up to 91 overnight on, the day of their biggest, second biggest attack of the new year. Actually, it's of the year now because that was the 29th. So this is the largest attack of the year. 1.26 billion fake paper ounces of silver. They traded yesterday after their notional margin rate hike, or otherwise known as a margin nuke, was launched. Ladies and gentlemen, the bankers are desperate. I've been saying this for a long time, not a financial advisor, just some guy on the internet with crabs. They are afraid we are breaking loose. If they still had full control, we'd still be under $28 an ounce. But I've been saying for years, it's like when a hurricane comes on land and the water just rises over the sand dunes and seawalls. It's like when a dam is overtopping or springing leaks. Eventually, they lose control. There's just too much energy. And as we watch the bankers right now try to smash us down again, we are only 17 minutes away from full-blown trading in New York via the Comex. You already see the volume picking up. And again, for everyone just joining, they smashed us down to 86.41 last night. We rebounded all the way to 91.50, and they're trying it again after trading 1.26 billion paper ounces. Guys, that's over a year of annual consumption. So dirty. But guess what? We're still in second place for top assets by market cap, over 5.1 trillion. That's still over 500 billion ahead of Nvidia. What a wild time to be alive. What's going to happen at 8:30 when trading is full blown? Let me know in the chat. Are we going to go up, or is the attack going to continue? So put up in chat if you think we're going to start pushing back up. Put attack in chat if you think they're going to keep attacking. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, but the tricks are not working how they always have for them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Gold to silver ratio is still at 51.42 to 1. What a wild time to be alive. And I've got some stuff lined up here I wanted to show you. Guys, follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, at INTL Stacker. International when it fit, INTL Stacker. I put a lot of information out here before I go live and when I'm not live. And Alexander is saying, silver's spectator rise has become disorderly, but silver remains radically undervalued. Put undervalued in chat if you believe that. I totally believe that. And guys, we got 1,200 people in the stream, but only 200 likes. Please smash away. Please tap that like. It helps the channel out a lot. As Dave is saying, 100% was telling someone earlier tonight that I wanted a pullback because 1, I want to buy more at a lower price, and 2, corrections give bull markets a higher degree of durability. Totally true. And this was a report last night from TF Metals report. It has been 4 days since we've had a red candle. Looks like they're fixing to give us one on Thursday. Be ready, and be ready if given a chance to buy. So guys, if this attack extends today and they smash us back down again, who's going to back the truck up? Who's going to pick up? If that happens, who's going to pick it up? Who's going to pick up silver? What do we got going on here? Okay, we're not trading yet. Oh, we're trading, I think. Okay, the Shanghai Futures Exchange just opened back up. We're at $101 on the Shanghai Futures Exchange, so we're going to keep an eye on that as it continues to go. And look at bar chart here. Citigroup suffers its worst day since October. On the day, the Comex trades a record 1.26 billion fake paper ounces of silver, the most of the year. And then all of a sudden, Citibank has one of its worst days. Maybe somebody was covering some shorts. And guys, we're just 18 likes away from 300. I know we could get there. As Rashad, analyst, says, looks like gold is attempting to break out higher from the rising 2.5-month wedge formation. For confirmation of a breakout, I would like to see gold close above 46.70 on a daily basis. Measured $500 move from the base of the formation applied to the breakout points a target of $5,100 for gold. Note that $500 base of formation formed within 11 days. Hence, I would not be surprised if gold reaches my target before January end. This post is not investment advice. And Crawford L last night said, what a beatdown, a $7 swing. When did silver ever trade like that? Expectations are a fickle thing. I'm grieving we hit 87, and only 2 weeks ago, I was giddy at 84. Let the heart flutter, but keep the aim steady. We are going higher. And I actually responded to this in the morning and said, and we're back above 90. So remember, they smashed us down all the way here. What is that? 86.40 about. And again, the funny thing about that was the all-time high just 2 days ago. So the news today, and everyone today is going to be talking about how silver crashed. They're going to be talking about how silver crashed from 93 to 86. What is that, 4 or 5? They're going to be talking about how silver crashed more than $7. And what they're not going to tell you is that was the all-time high just 2 days ago. And that we already rebounded to 91. They're trying another smackdown right now, but it looks like stackers, we are fighting back. You are crabbing your battle stations. And then over here we have now is evolution. Evolution. I don't know. Sadly, IS a lot now have missed the train, and they will be left holding the worthless government IOUs. Best wishes. Woo. Gold Silver HQ saying expect more slam attacks tomorrow. Options expiration tomorrow. Guys, options expire tomorrow. We might have more attacks. I'm convinced. We'll see how today unfolds, but I'm convinced we're going to see another major attack into tomorrow. They don't want us closing this week out in the grain. They don't want us closing this week out above 90. Are they going to be successful? I think silver's like a beach ball right now. Look, every time they push the beach ball underwater, a beach ball in the pool underwater, it pops back up. Underwater, pops back up. Underwater, pops back up. So on and so forth. Desperate attempts, but even remember, injured, dying animals literally can still inflict mass damage. So I'm going to leave this chart up here for a second. I'm going to go to chat. If you guys have questions, let me know. Put them in chat. And it looks like we had a little gap up here at first in the Shanghai. It looks like we had a little gap up. Joy Lollipop with the $2 super chat. Channel member, thank you for the support. Saying, Mr. Stacker, is this profit taking or slamming? I think it's a little of both. Some profit taking, but I think it's mostly slamming. I think it started out as a slam and scared some investors with paper hands. So they're like, let me take profits. Let me take profits. So I think it's a little bit of both there. I really do. Do you think the new 100-ounce contracts cause a drop? No, those don't go live until I think February 6th. So no, I do not think this has anything to do with the new 100-ounce contracts. For those who don't know, the CME group Comex, I tweeted it out. That's why you got to follow me on here for late breaking news. Tweeted that they are launching a 100-ounce contract for retail investors. The little guy, the little girl, us here. But you can't settle it for silver. It's only settled for paper. Total joke. And guys, we're at 53,130 subscribers. Thank you so much. That means only 70 more subscribers until the next big show. If you got questions, put them in chat. Tag me at International Stacker so it pops up orange for me. As we wait to see what happens here, remember, New York is going to be full-blown trading here in the next 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Doesn't driving the price down increase the value of arbitrage in Shanghai? Yeah, it certainly does. That's why they've got to walk a fine line here, because they're continually sending us into backwardation, 89.85. 89.85. So they're continually sending us into backwardation, and the lower the price here, the higher the arbitrage in Asia. So Asia right now is trading, where are you? Here. Asia right now is trading at $100.58. Right now we're trading at 88. Wow. So that's a $11, nearly a $12 arbitrage from silver east to west. And if you look at a thumbnail I did yesterday, I called it the shift on this thumbnail. It's literally silver from the east, or from the west going to the east. And how do you guys like the battle scene thumbnail this morning? I try to get fun and creative with these things, but it can be hard. We got what is it to ya channel member? Thank you for the support, saying Rashad used the term breakaway gap, meaning gap doesn't get filled. Yeah, it can mean that. It can. Traditionally, all gaps get filled, but in crazy bull markets, sometimes they don't. They could be breakaway gaps. U.S. Gov introduced a bill to create 2.5 billion critical mineral stockpile. Ooh, I didn't see that, Ryan. Let me see if I can pop. Let me see if I can write that. Gov bill 2.5 billion. But that's not a surprise if that's true. We've been expecting for some time for the U.S. government to start stacking silver again. And yeah, thank you for that. Look at this, guys. No, I'm going to continue without supporting you. U.S. lawmakers introduced bill to create 2.5 billion critical mineral stockpile. The bill would create strategic resilience reserve of minerals. 7-person board would govern the stockpile. Please put me on the board. Minerals would be stored in warehouses around the U.S. Measure could spark Western price structure for minerals. Bill seeks to counter Chinese dominance. Interesting. How much of that will be silver is the question. And guys, as we see this ad for APMEX right here, I wanted to clarify something. They did a really bad job on the wording here. So you've probably seen a lot of places people saying that APMEX has a $10,000 minimum. That is true, but that's for them buying for us. So right now you can spend anything at APMEX and get whatever, $50, $30, $20, whatever. But if you sell to them, that's the $10,000 minimum. So that got misconstrued by a lot of people. I even misunderstood it at first. So poorly written here. So the $10,000 minimum for APMEX, remember, that is for selling to them. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. At the bottom, it says discussed a floor price. They couldn't do that, right? They can. They can. Right here, Trump yesterday signed a presidential action adjusting imports of processed critical minerals and their derivative products into the United States. So in here, if I control F, it talks about it several times. The Secretary and Trade Representative should consider price floors for trade in critical minerals. But these are price floors, not price ceilings. So this could immediately set a whole new floor for silver or lithium or whatever they're talking about. So it actually says that in this presidential action that was literally just signed yesterday. I covered it on the stream last night. So they certainly can do price floors. Obi Kenobi says, IS isn't the only way to beat the Comex is to buy options and then stand for delivery. If the small player 5,000 all stand for delivery, just an idea. No, because you have to be, I forget the term. It's called like a registered person or approved person. I think an AP is what you got to be. So if I go buy 5,000 ounce contract right now, stand for delivery, they won't deliver it to me because I'm not an approved person or an authorized person, whatever that acronym is. I can't remember off the top of my head. So only big banks and certain big, like mining companies, like people not mining, but like production companies, people that need silver, like solar panel companies, if they're approved, they can demand delivery. So we could all buy all the 5,000 contracts we want, and we cannot do it because we're not able to. Bill Holter vid with Monaco. Yeah, I think I retweeted that this morning. Guys, I love Monaco64, home of alternative news. He put out a video this morning. Failure to deliver silver will trigger total implosion of the derivative market with Bill Holter. So go to my Twitter, INTL. I retweeted this morning. Great video. Monaco's a great guy. I've got all kinds of information on here, so make sure you go check out. I'm always putting stuff out, even when I'm not live. And look at JD saying, a Florida man, I love that saying, the Comex doesn't even realize what they're doing. It's like what happened at Chernobyl. They pushed ahead, not knowing every action they took sent them further toward irreversible disaster. When they finally realize they've lost control of the silver reactor, it will be too late to turn back, and the rise in price will go nuclear. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. It is wild times, and we're not going back below 50. I truly believe that. There's a lot of shorts that are trapped right now. So eventually we're going to get it. We're in a physical silver short squeeze. Eventually we're going to see a physical or a paper short squeeze of the ages. I truly believe that it's going to be wild. And that's when all these entities have to cover their shorts. And we're back in contango. We've been in and out of backwardation all morning. That's when the silver futures price is cheaper than the spot price. Right now it's not. It's in contango. As the Asian market's trading sideways here, it gapped up a little bit. We're still above $100.30 in Shanghai Futures Exchange. 51.49 gold to silver ratio. Woo! 1,500 people on the stream. Guys, all we need is 88 likes to get to 500. I know we can do it. And if you want to see a big show, we're at 53,145 subscribers. That means only 55 more subscribers to the next big show. And guys, I should have the last packages today or tomorrow for the mega giveaway. Mega! GA stands for giveaway. I'm going to be giving away over 20 ounces of silver here soon. Some gold, some copper, but you got to be subscribed. Turn on the notifications. The video to enter will probably be dropping sometime next week. And then you should have about 10 days-ish or so to enter. And then we'll get that silver given away to you guys. So make sure you subscribe. Yoop Trooper says, just subscribed, you wanka. Well, thank you for subscribing, Yoop Trooper. Sounds like you're gonna fit in around here. Woo. But yeah, it's been a wild night. Eric Young saying, I think JP Morgan moved a large portion of its physical gold and silver desk team to Singapore in order to. Guys, remember, we reported this like nearly a month ago now, something like that. I think it was like December 16th or 19th it happened. So Eric Young, he's very smart. Follow him on Twitter if you have, or X if you have it. He's in China, so he's seen a lot of this stuff happen firsthand. He's saying these are the reasons why he think they moved it. 1, ensure that JP Morgan, as an extension of U.S. government influence, maintains control over the flows of physical gold and silver into China from all U.S. aligned Asian proxies. Okay, so they want to maintain control. 2, attempt to dominate Comex and Globex trading. Comex and Globex are the same market, but Comex is like during the day. Globex is after hours at evening around the globe. This is like in the United States. It's actually in Chicago. Trading during Asian hours for gold and silver futures through paper-based price suppression while also influencing the Asian physical metals market. This isn't rocket science. I mean, that makes sense to me. What do you guys think? Smart Silver Stacker says, to be clear, the $10,000 minimum does not apply to buying silver. The minimum is only applies to selling it. Yep, totally true. A bunch of us creators are putting this out, trying to correct that misinformation. A lot of people misunderstood it. I even misunderstood it on face value. So it was convoluted and confusing. So we're trying to help you guys read the tea leaves. And that even means correcting things if we get it wrong. And we got that wrong. This is a simple... Okay. Rashad saying, this was 6 hours ago, I expect gold to go first to form a shallow pullback and then break out higher towards 5K. U.S. Treasury buys another $2 billion of its own debt. QE without the Fed. Wow. Silver, this presidential proclamation is why metals rallied. That's what VBL Ghost is saying. I mean, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. But remember, where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to find something here. Here. Remember, in December, silver got put on with copper to the critical minerals list for the United States. Back in the day, we used to literally stockpile millions of ounces of silver, really. This is from 1981. This was minted from the U.S. Strategic Stockpile of Silver. They minted it up, and then they kind of sold it all off. These are great if you can find them vintage. But the reason I'm showing you this again is in December, silver got put on the memo to make it a critical strategic mineral and metal. We just saw yesterday the this thing right here. The executive action signed by President Trump about critical minerals and adjusting import rules and price floors. So, ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe, and I've been saying this for a couple months now, the United States is going to start stacking silver along with us. They're going to need literally millions, if not billions of ounces of silver. We produce 835 million ounces of silver a year, but we consume more than 1.2 billion ounces of silver a year. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. We hit peak silver in 2019, and ever since then, silver production has dropped between 1% to 3% each year because the mines are getting old. The only way out of this is more silver, and new mines take anywhere from 10 to 15 years from exploration to getting the ore out of the ground. This critical silver deficit is getting worse. It's not getting better anytime soon, and that's why I'm extremely bullish on silver, and that's why I believe eventually that you're going to have entities wanting to mine landfills from all the old e-waste. And what do I mean by that? Remember, the majority of gold ever mined is above ground. 99% of it's accounted for. It's in jewelry, it's in coins, it's in bars, it's whatever. The majority of silver mined has been destroyed. The majority, it's in landfills, it's in e-waste. It's been blown up across battlefields like we see in Ukraine and Russia. It's thrown away in things like yoga pants because it's antibacterial, the most reflective metal, the highest, the most reflective, the most conductive metal. There's no replacement for it, ladies and gentlemen. That is why I'm so bullish silver. And why do we stack physical silver? Why do we stack this stuff, physical silver? Because all throughout history, the big banks, the experts, the professionals told you to stack this stuff. Physical silver, or physical paper, I'm sorry. And when physical fiat currency is not backed up by silver or gold, like this big fat stack of Vietnam dong, it always in history goes to zero. And it got so bad in Zimbabwe, they went from $1 million notes to $1 billion notes, even to $1 trillion notes. And that's why we stack physical silver and physical gold. And the most disgusting thing ever, this beautiful silver coin from 1936 in Venezuela, literally worth its weight in silver. Meanwhile, it right now is worth more than all this paper currency, even more than this Iraqi dinar. That's why we stack physical silver and gold, as we have started the first candle with the full-blown open in New York, and the onslaught continues. Let's mark the low they got us to last night. Bam. So this was the low they got us to last night. So let's see how long this attack goes for. Last night's attack was, really was 5. Let's count it from just pure red. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes of pure red. Right now we're at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so we're like 30 minutes plus of the attack. So let's see what we could do here. Take a sip of coffee. And SoFlo says, I just watched a video of you on Slow Stacker's channel flashing your toe dogs at us. Toe dogs? I don't remember. I don't remember what you're talking about. I did make some videos with Slow Stacker though. Oh, Abdullah, Thank you for joining as a channel member with the diamond claws. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. Guys, remember, channel members get access to the channel member only live streams in the war room. And what happens in the war room stays in the war room. And since your name is Abdullah, I will say shukran jaziran. Here we go. Who is Viola? Ah! Who knows who Viola is, guys? Go watch this video right here. If you go to my videos, click latest. Viola is in this video. It might, I'm gonna foot stomp this. It might be a benefit to you to know who Viola is. She's in this video right here. She's gonna be one of the new matriarchs of the channel. Guys, it was not that long ago when I was in Egypt. I was live streaming and we met the first matriarch of the channel, Daisy the channel, Daisy the camel.
Take the camel, guys. Camel cam, guys. Eshism here.
The name Daisy.
Daisy the camel, guys. There you go. Oh, wow, look at the 3 pyramids, guys.
We have a fun time on this channel. We travel the world. And that video I just showed you with Viola, that was actually shot in Poland. That's in Poland at the Germania Mint, so it's a great video. Let's see what we got going on here. Strap in. Strap in. I've said multiple times we're going to have some intestinal fortitude. We're going to have to stay the course when others are panicking and jumping ship. Look at this face. Look at my face. Look at it right now. I'm not scared. And again, this low that they got us to last night and they're trying to get us to right now was literally the all-time high just 2 days ago, okay? It's the all-time high 2 days ago. So even though this is a manufactured attack, I believe, it is still healthy for the market because it's forcing some consolidation. It's forcing some new foundations and giving us platforms to go higher. So, and the volume's not even that high this morning. And for everyone who joined late yesterday, so disgusting. 1.26 billion paper ounces traded yesterday. Started the SmackDown. The margin nuke, the new notional one, was launched on this day. 948.8 million ounces traded. Back in December, the margin nuke was launched on this day, this 26th, which was 947 million paper ounces. The margin nuke hit this day, which was 1.38 billion paper ounces. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it is forcing out. Coin's making sense. That is making sense because it's literally forcing out the paper hands. It literally is. No banker will escape these claws, says Ballad of Janine.
Run.
Poor, someone said he's not Mortimer. Someone said he's Duke, but I like saying Mortimer. I'll say it for his brother. Poor Mortimer. Okay, you guys, there's one thing that we could do right now to turn this around. Do you guys know what it is? I think Papa Pew Pew, channel members, knows what it is. What can we do right now to turn this market around? How can we fight back against the big bankers? What can we do? Let's see what you guys say. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the baby gator call.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
Nearly took my hand off. That was a couple weeks ago in a walk and talk in Boca Raton. And guys, back when we made that live stream and I was giving you guys like emergency information and advice on the market and they were attacking us back then, what was silver, like 70? Were we going for 80 at that point? Remember that? I think we might have been going for 80 or 70 at that point. And look at us now. Look at us now, Mom. Look at us now. Abdullah, make sure you check out your new custom channel member emojis. Drop those in chat. Have a fun time with that. We've got 1,600 people in the live stream, 549 likes. That means we're 51 likes away from 600. I know we could do it. And guys, we need a big show this morning to really rally the Crustacean Nation. We have 53,175 subscribers. Only 25 more subscribers until the next big show. 25, that's it. And if you're just joining, I'm doing a massive giveaway soon and you got to be subscribed. Over 20 ounces of silver I'm giving away. Guys, should I go get the treasure? Should I run and get the treasure and show you what I'm giving away? Oh, look at this. Breaking news. We did the baby gator call and we're on our first green candle. It's science. Should I go get some of the stuff I'm giving away? Do you guys want to see it? Should I just stack it up? Should I stack it up on camera? Who wants free silver? Who wants free copper? Okay, I'm going to grab it. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to grab it. Give me uno momento, por favor. I'm going to run and grab it. I'm just grabbing a glove here. All right, here we go. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the first stuff in the giveaway. Okay, I just went and got a bunch of silver that I'm going to give away to you guys. Let me find something here. I'm going to put it on camera in 1 moment. In 1 moment. Make some slips here. Okay. Cool, just need those. Okay. This stuff is going to be given away to you guys very shortly. I'm just putting a few things in slips so I don't have to wear a glove. 1 second here. Okay. Here is some of the silver that's going to be given away to you soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you want to win this, you got to be subscribed. 15, 16, 17. How about an American Silver Eagle? This thing's worth like $104 right now. 18. How about some Constitutional 90%? 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 face of 90% Constitutional. How about some of that? Do you guys want more? Do you guys want more? Okay, let me go grab more. Let me go grab more. I'm going to grab more. And guys, the baby gator call literally worked. Look at it. I'm going to get here. I'm getting more. I'm getting more. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. You guys want more? You guys want more? Okay, you guys want more. Put the headphones back. Okay. You guys want more stuff? So here's more stuff. Here's more stuff that's going to be in the Mega Ga. A silver Kennedy, look at that. Cameo, that's from Master Stacker. That's going to be in there. A 5-gram restrike. This is 5 silver gram restrike of a Buffalo nickel. That's going to be in there. A gift from Cyclonic Stacker. His own little silver bar. It's like 3 or 5 grams. That's going to be in there. Burton Vlogs gave me this at the Fun Coin Show to throw in there. 5 ounce. Remember, ounces for copper is OZ. Ounces for silver is OZT. So that's going to be in there. These are going to be in there. Another 6 ounces of copper from 3D Woodworks is going to be in there. How about this guy? A penny. A copper penny tribute. A copper flying cent tribute. A copper Standing Liberty quarter tribute. A copper Mercury dime. Copper buffalo nickel. You guys like poured silver. How about some poured copper? How about this poured copper? Couple ounces. How about this poured copper? Couple ounces. How about this poured copper? Couple ounces. How about this? How about this? Do you want more? How about this? Do you guys want even more? How about this? What do you guys think about this? How about the brand new release of the Silverback? The only other one ever made was Silver Dragons. This is a brand new release. It's a new series that's coming out. It's the Greek gods. We'll throw that in there. How about one of the limited edition, only 250,000 of these in celebration for America's 250th birthday. Look at that. One DC Goldback. There's only ever going to be one of these, then no more. These are done. 250,000, they're done. How about one of those? Do you guys want more? Put more in chat if you want more. Do you want more? They want more. They want more. How about not one? Oh wait, camera. How about not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 pocket pingers? How about a YouTube hat that was sent to me by YouTube, signed by Mrs. IS Rat Stacker and your boy International Stacker? All that's coming to you and even more on the upcoming mega giveaway. But you got to be subscribed. You got to be subscribed. Jason Hub with the $1.99 super chat, channel member, thank you, saying more. Guys, and there's going to be even more. There's going to be even more. Okay, the baby gator, we did have a momentary reversal with the baby gator, but it looks like the banker smashed the baby gator in the head. We're not going to take that. 8808. That's an old computer. 8808. Oh, that's funny. I think we're in backwardation. Hold up. Let me double check this. Okay, come on now. There it is. Yep. 8088 in silver right now is we are in backwardation. Backwardation alert. They're slamming too hard. They are slamming too hard. You guys, is this giveaway going to be mega? Wait, the baby gator is rising from the ashes. Is this giveaway going to be mega? Is it going to be mega?
Mega!
Starting out the new year right. Wow. $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Jason's Hub. And he says, make it rain. Banker sell off, go away. Make it rain. Banker sell off, go away. I like it. You guys, the baby gator call worked. Look. There's only 30 seconds left in this candle. Come on, baby gator, do your thing. You guys saw it live. It's science. They're going to have to transport me to the trading room floors across the world, and I'll do the baby gator call live to turn attacks into rallies. I think that's what we got to do. It's a matter of national security, really. 6 seconds left. Come on, baby gator, hold on for 4 more seconds. Guys, it's official. The baby gator worked. You saw it. That is weird science, Elder Joshua Hetrick. That's funny. Guys, I think we did it. I'm going to hit refresh. Channel members, get ready. If this is 53,200, it's time for the big show. Here we go. Here we go. It's gator science. Says Pio Trick. That's funny. 53,200. Thank you so much. It's time for the big show. The big show, ladies and gentlemen.
From all across the United States, competing for the title of America's best aerobic athlete,
Four-time.
presenting the reigning 1987 Crystal Light National Aerobic Champions.
Introducing the four-time Crystal
York.
Light champion, International Stacker. Thank you so much. And just like that, it looks like we may be reversing this attack. Thank you, Hal Dens, for joining as a Crab Cadet. Welcome to the Crustacean Nation. Check out your new custom channel member emojis, and I'll see you the next time we're in the War Room. Channel member only live streams on YouTube, and what happens in the War Room stays in the War Room. Ladies and gentlemen, did the baby gator turn us around? We got a pretty big green candle here. Does anyone remember what it's called? This formation here. If we do that formation, what is it called? Do you guys remember? Poor Mortimer. Let's see.
Run.
Oh, Randolph's having the heart attack. Poor Randolph. It's so much funnier to say poor Mortimer. Isn't that his brother? Poor Randolph. I think we need a baby gator call emoji ASAP. I think we need a baby gator too. We unlocked one last night. I'm gonna make that one Viola, but the next one's gonna be baby gator for sure. That's right, Florida Man Racer got it. This formation, if it forms on this channel, is known as DTB, the Devil's Teabag. Thank you to Jesse for joining. Welcome to being a channel member. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. You're now a Crab Cadet, and that just is mega. Man, guys, what happens in the War Room stays in the War Room unless you're in the War Room spy. Yeah, we had War Room spies the other night. We caught them. We chased them to the outer perimeter. Bond Head says, I did a trade of 50 ounces of silver yesterday for 1 ounce of gold. As soon as I confirmed the deal, silver began to fall. Nice. Good job, Bond. That's awesome. AppMex just implemented. Okay. This is a bit of misinformation that I even hope to perpetuate. We've clarified with AppMex. This 10,000 minimum for AppMex is for selling to them. So you can go there right now and spend $15 if you can find something that's 15. It's only for selling because everyone is coming to them and saying, I want to sell you 5 coins. I want to sell you 10 coins. I want to sell you 15 coins. And it was bogging them down with having thousands of people trying to sell just a few things. So they instituted a $10,000 minimum for selling to them to kind of help with, they were getting overwhelmed, guys. People were climbing the walls trying to sell their coins to them, okay? So that's what that was. Hope that helps. You're always going to get it. You're always going to get it here first. You got it here first, and I was a little bit wrong on that, but then we figured it out, talked to some other creators. Someone in chat pointed it out first. I think it was Ethan C. Then we figured it out, so we were working on getting that correct information out there. But the way it's worded was horrible, very convoluted and confusing. It could be literally taken either way. Is there any international stacker? Okay, guys, every morning I brag about drinking Mrs. International Stacker coffee. It's delicious. Delicious. And you guys demanded of me to be able to taste it. I actually had a friend that owns a coffee company. I said, hey, man, can we just do something mainly just for channel members and people who are super interested? He's like, yeah. So we figured out, we made it at work. There's only 50 bags, then I'm done. I'm not trying, guys, I'm not trying to get in the coffee business. I got enough on my plate. Not trying to get on the coffee business. So I got this done. Only 50 bags, limited release. Your bag will say 1 of 50, Mrs. IS's coffee. There's Rat Stacker right there with the silver coin in her mouth. And brewed from Mrs. IS's secret blend, passed down through generations of crustaceans, bold, rich coffee that stacks flavor like gold and silver. Limited to only 50 bags. Let's see how many are left. I'm going to use my bullion dealer trick. I'm going to put in 25 here. So there's only 3 left of the ground coffee. Let's see how many are left of the whole bean. 6. There's only 9 bags of coffee left. Then it's gone forever. I got a message from someone asking if they could bring it to a coin show and have me sign it. I mean, I guess if you find me, yeah, sure. But here it is. Then it's gone forever. So it's up for grabs. There's only, what do I say, 9 bags left. There's the link. Enjoy it. Put it on a shelf. Do whatever you got to do with it. And Mike Bays with the $2 super chat saying Duke is the last name. The Duke brothers. So can I call him Mortimer? Do I have your guys' permission to call him Mortimer, even though it's not? I love saying Mortimer. Come on, Mortimer.
Run.
Come on, Mortimer. It's such a perfect name to me. Guys, the baby gator call did get us a temporary reversal. We'll see what we could do here on this candle. We've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on this red candle. Do you think it's going to be green or red? Are you team green or team red? Put it in chat. In solidarity with the baby gator, I'm going to be team green, although my intellect is telling me it's probably going to be red. My heart tells me green. So I'm going team green. What are you on right now? Are you team green or are you team red? And guys, if you missed it, all this stuff here on screen, YouTube hat signed by the crew, a bunch of pocket pingers, gold back, silver back, a bunch of copper, a bunch of silver. I'm giving all this away to you guys soon in the upcoming Mega Ga. This slabbed 90% silver, PR67 cameo. It's all coming to you on the Mega giveaway soon. You got to be subscribed, turn on those notifications. I'm waiting for 2 more packages in the mail. Once I get those 2 more packages, then I'm going to make the announcement video. But you got to be subscribed to enter, so make sure you're subscribed. And guys, right now we're at 53,239 subscribers. That means only 61 more subscribers till the next big show. See what you guys are saying. It's from Trading Spaces. That scene is from Trading Spaces. Yeah. Classic movie. Hey, bankers. Bankers, tell me you're desperate without telling me you're desperate, bankers. Bankers, tell me you're desperate without telling me you're desperate. Like, if you've been watching these charts for a while, these are such manufactured dumps. It's ridiculous. Eee. Okay, Team Green's starting to push back, actually. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on this. Who's on Team Green? Let me know in chat. We're starting to push back on this candle. We've got 1,500 people in the stream, 735 likes. Thank you so much. That means only 65 more likes to 800. I know we can do it. Here's gold. Still above 4,500. So bullish. Shanghai's trading. Shanghai's at $99.28 right now. We need baby gator call on 24-hour loop. Yeah, if I put it on a 24-hour loop, it just keeps going higher. So what's going on? Why is it just climbing? And Silver Trade saying a $2 silver slam in progress. It appears the bullion banks have declared war over the 92 level. Oh yeah, but we already broke it, so they messed up. We got precedence. Looks like the miners are going to fill the gap from January 9th to 12 at the opening today, says Rashad. Remember, guys, the next big stimulus we have here is the U.S. stock market opens in 32 minutes. So in 32 minutes is going to be the next big stimulus on this. What's it going to be? I want to go to here. Short-term sentiment got excessively bullish. A pullback to cool off is normal, but I don't think this intermediate rally is done yet. I think silver needs to get closer to 100 and maybe go over before we get a deeper and larger correction, says Gary. It's the early days for gold and silver prices, says Gold Silver HQ. There's still over 500 trillion in overvalued stocks, government bonds, and real estate, plus derivatives. The great capital rotation hasn't really started yet. Stocks and bonds, real estate, gold and silver. Love that. And Martin Redding, channel member, thank you for your support, is saying, I was talking at an... Okay, for those who don't know, LCS means your local coin shop. And if you need to find it, just go to Google Maps and type in coin shop. If you don't have a coin shop, type in either antique shop or pawn shop. Those all can have silver. Usually antique shops are a bit more expensive, but when you have mega runs like this, you could actually find deals at antique shops because they're not watching the spot price like a coin shop or pawn shop would mostly. So Martin Redding, channel member, thank you again for the support, saying, I was talking at the LCS yesterday, and it was said that U.S. banks are going long silver, but Europe banks are buying short. Yeah, that is true. We covered that for the first time maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago on this channel. You heard it here, hopefully first. That is true. A lot of the U.S. banks, we can't say all. We got to be careful using like language like that. But the majority of U.S. banks that were short silver now have net long positions. So what does that mean? A lot of banks have short and long positions, and traditionally in the United States, they've had more short than long, so they were net short. Now the majority of U.S. banks are net long, meaning they have more long than short positions. So either A, they eliminated all their short positions, or B, they have more long than short, so they're heavy long. So a lot of the big banks in the United States are now net long silver. A lot of the banks in Europe did pick up the short positions that were liquidated off. So now a lot of the banks in Europe are net short. Uh-oh. That's going to be sketchy. Okay, let's go back over here. Dario, why forced buyers will drive silver much higher. For 5 years plus, demand has outstripped buying supply by 150 to 300 million ounces annually. True. Inventories are now critically depleted. True. This isn't a chart pattern or speculation. It's physical scarcity. True. Which is why I'm saying, guys, I've been saying for a while now that I feel like we're in a price discovery situation. So traditional indicators on the market or technical analysis might not matter, like RSI and different things. Like when people say it's overbought or oversold, that might not matter here because it's about physical scarcity. Industrial buyers are desperate. Samsung went directly to a mine, securing 76 billion in supply. That's partially true. They went to a mine in where was it? Mexico, but it was a $7 million deal. This 76 billion might be the inferred amount of silver they think is still underground, but the deal was for 7 million. Corporates are forced buyers. They can't stop production. Every Tesla battery needs 30 ounces of silver. Interesting. I didn't know that number. I'm gonna have to make sure that's true. Every solar panel, phone, and data center chip needs it too. That's true. They will pay any premium to secure it. I think that's mostly true because silver is the best conductive electricity. It's the most reflective. So it's highly unlikely that silver can be replaced. There'll be some items that they replace silver with, but stuff like solar panels, you lose like 20 or 30% of efficiency and the life cuts in half if you do something like copper. So yeah, China's export controls change everything. China refines 60 to 70% of the world's silver. I believe that's more like 40%. As of January 1st, 2026, exports have effectively stopped. That is true. Only 44 companies can export now. This isn't just about economics. It's about national security. True. Every Tomahawk missile needs 500 ounces of silver. I don't know if that's exactly true, but I've heard that. The paper market is a house of cards. True. The paper to physical ratio is estimated between 150 to 1 to 291. True. For years, derivatives suppressed the price. Now forced buyers want delivery of physical silver, not cash settlement. True. Banks and brokers are trapped in rehypothecation chains. The netting effect is unraveling. True. The CME just poured gasoline on the fire. They changed the margin rules from fixed amount to 9%. From a fixed amount to 9% of the notional value. That is true. So now it's going to scale. So guys, they launched a margin nuke that immediately took us up 15%. Took us from 32,500 good faith deposit for people to trade one contract of 5,000 ounces on the Comex to 38,000 overnight, and now it's going to scale to 9% of the value of silver. So that's true. Now every price trigger is an automatic exponential margin call. True. This isn't a short squeeze. It's a systemic repricing. The tail risk has become uncontrollable. Thank you so much, Joan Landry, for coming channel member. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. They're awesome. Okay, where was I? Okay, deliveries are exploding. January 2026 deliveries are 3 times larger than January 2025. That's true, guys. And remember, January is not traditionally a delivery month. March is the next massive one. January is not normally a delivery month, and this is 5 times larger. 3 times larger than 2025, 5 times larger than 2024. These are buyers taking physical silver off the market forever. And guys, once you take it out of the system, you can't put it back in. The LBMA and CME, so this is the London Bullion Metals Association, basically the Comex of the UK, CME's Comex group, face existential risk. There we go. If the paper market collapses, chaos follows. Governments will try to prevent it, but the physical shortage is real. When survival is at stake, prices spike vertically. The bottom line, silver is experiencing a historic convergence of structural deficit, industrial desperation, export controls, and derivative market fragility. This isn't a trade. It's a fundamental repricing of a critical mineral. The $100 plus price target is not a prediction. It's a mathematical inevitability. I like that. I like that. That was a good one. And again, remember, bar chart saying that U.S. Treasuries bought back another $2 billion of their own debt last night. So this is quantitative easing without the Federal Reserve. Now the U.S. Treasury just saying, hold my beer. I got this. As Stoic Silver Bear is saying, silver's recovery of the 15-minute cloud signals a likely bottom for me, although I bearishly doubt it recovers the uptrend of the first try here. Key will be establishing a higher low if rejected. Alternatively, we may see another confirmation of the bottom, filling a cup pattern. So that's a bit of technical analysis. Guys, this is a great video. This is the CEO of Scottsdale Silver. I tweeted it out last night, but I'm going to tweet it out again right now because it's probably buried by now. So follow me on INTL Stacker on X, formerly known as Twitter, and check that out later. Bankers nuked it well yesterday. Yeah. Well, it wasn't even yesterday. It was last night. But yesterday, leading into last night, right here, this candle, they traded 1.26 billion paper ounces of silver. This is the number of contracts, 253,932. Each single one of those represents 5,000 physical ounces of silver. Well, supposed to be physical, but it's not. We know it's not there. But 1.26 billion. So the day before they launched the margin nuke, 948.8 million paper ounces traded on the Comex. Yesterday, the day the market nuke was imploding, 1.26 billion exploded. Similar back to the 26th when they launched the last, not the last margin nuke. There's another one in here. But they launched it on the 26th when they fired 947 million paper ounces. The next day, 1.38 billion paper ounces traded. So they're up to their old tricks, but their old tricks aren't working. And ladies and gentlemen, if you were here live, we did something right here on this candle that appears to have changed the trend. We did the baby gator call.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa! Whoa! What was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
And I thought I was about to be like Chubbs on Happy Gilmore, walking around with a nub for a hand. But luckily I got out of there with all my digits. That massive gator. It wasn't a gator, it was an iguana. It actually wasn't that little lizard. I just thought that was funny for the video. It was actually a big old iguana. And guys, we are at 53,257 subscribers. That means we are literally only 43 subscribers away from the next big show. 1,600 people on the live stream. Thank you so much. 791 likes. We got 9 more likes to 800. Can we hit the 800 mark? Please smash it. As we continue to watch here, market's been open for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 minutes. About. Okay, 836. Okay, gold. Gold, we got a nice little boop happening there. That's a technical term. Okay, it looks like Shanghai Futures Exchange right here. SHFE, Shanghai Futures Exchange, is trading right now at $99.32. Gold to silver ratio is 51.87 to 1. We're going to go ahead and go here. IS, do you think AI Asian guy knows about the gator call? I don't know, but if he knows, he'll probably start doing it. Look at this from Roadkill. Guys, if you don't know, I was just at the Fun Coin Show, and I had a plan to stockpile a bunch of these. I got 11 of them. 11. Love it. Love those Roadkill. If you want to make it on one of my streams, tweeting at me is the best way to do it. Would titanium be a good investment at $10 an ounce? I don't know, Next Exit. I don't know. I'm not into titanium at all. I would have to do some research. Unsure. Never looked into it. Interesting question, though. Just covered this live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm uncertain about titanium. Not even remotely on my radar. Thank you, Mike Bays, for the $2 super chat saying Randolph Duke is the one who says they're ruined. Okay, it's Randolph. Randolph's good. Randolph's fun name like Mortimer. And Ballad Jean says, I'm full of titanium. I think she means surgery, surgical titanium. So here's the new Wall Street narrative regarding silver. It did break out of a cup and handle formation, which they all denied it for years, but it's over now because the amplitude of the cup was 48 minus 4. They only look at the monthly close, not the absolute top, which equals $44. And when you add 44 to 48, which they now consider as the breakout level, although there is no technical evidence to support that, you get 92, which is the price we got yesterday. So it's all over, folks. We've had a blow off top, and now be so kind as to sell all your silver and go home. Not so fast, says Oren Elbaz. Not so fast, Mr. Banker. The currency unit has lost a lot of its value since 1980. In order to account for that inflation, spoiler alert, that would be over 208 of today's dollars. You either need to analyze the price on inflation adjusted basis, or even better, a log scale. When you switch to a log scale, you realize that we've seen nothing yet. And that breakout from 45-year cup and handle should take the price of silver somewhere north of $600 an ounce. Wow, that would be insane. Don't get me wrong, I'm extremely bullish on silver. Could we get to 600 ounce? Sure. That's not on my radar right now. My radar is my first target's by the end of January, $100 silver, $5,000 gold. And then I'm working on my annual target, guys. I don't just spit out numbers. I base it on fact and back it up. For instance, the last targets I put out here, shocking, $100 silver, this happens, not 1980. This video is full of the evidence. I put it up on the screen. So I don't just like make calls and because it's a fun number and I feel my toe wiggles when I say something. Like I literally base it off information. So I'm working on my year-end prediction for you guys now. Remember last year my year-end prediction was $50 silver, 4,000 gold. Everyone called me crazy. I said those numbers before it was popular to do so. They called me a silver pumper. They said I was way too bullish. I wasn't bullish enough. In October, we smashed through those numbers. So I revised my numbers to $75 an ounce silver, 5,000 gold. And I said if we broke one of those, or even both, that I thought we'd hit triple-digit silver the first quarter of 2026. Well, we're in the first quarter of 2026. That's January, February, March. And I've revised that down due to the market to the end of January. I believe we'll see triple digits for the first time nominally. Now, what do I mean nominally? Like he's saying in this tweet here, if you correct for inflation from 2008, that's over 208 of today's dollars. So although I think 600 is extremely bullish, I think 208 is totally possible. But when is that going to happen? I need to look it up more. Not to mention that we have a global shortage, that governments have started hoarding it. And this is all happening against the backdrop of inflation and crumbling monetary regime. So excuse me if I don't buy the Wall Street narrative. Nowadays, this is the only thing they have to sell since they obviously don't have any silver. Total Looney Tunes. I love that tweet. And a big shout out to Jason Hub saying, wait a second now, Titanium Computing is my company. Nice, Jason Hub. Jason Hub, if Titanium Computing is your company, are you stacking titanium? Thank you so much, Only Anacree, for the $1.99 super chat, and your channel member. Thank you for the support, saying Acre votes to keep Mortimer. Much funnier. Guys, should I say Randolph, which is the true name, but that's only going to matter to people who know, or should I keep Mortimer? Are you team Randolph or team Mortimer? Let us know. Ooh, the baby gator call's working. Guys, the baby gator call may have single-handedly destroyed the bankers.
We're ruined.
Okay, I got a lot of Mortimers. I think Mortimer's funnier. Okay, everyone's saying Mortimer. I think even though it's a bit of mis and disinformation, I might stick with Mortimer. It's just more funny. I mean, just like in the baby gator call at the end, I show a small little lizard and call it the massive, but that's not really what it was. It was a giant iguana. Okay, guys, we are currently at 53,270 subscribers. If you want to see a big show, we need 30 more subscribers. If you ain't seen a big show, some say you haven't lived as we work to finish this formation, otherwise known as the Devil's Teabag. And we got a big giveaway soon with silver, some gold and copper. You got to be subscribed for that. So might as well just subscribe away. As we fight back here against the big bankers, remember overnight they attacked us. We got as low last night as $86.43. We fought back all the way up to 91.49, and right before, pretty much nearly right as we started trading this morning, another big slam attack happened. But just like every other slam attack, whoop, 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 look at that, whoop. We got another whoop here. We're fighting back. Let's go. Keep Mortimer, otherwise you'll owe royalties, says Owen. Channel member from Ireland. That's a good point, Owen. Guys, maybe we should set up a crustacean nation embassy in the Black Rock Castle over there in Cork. And Owen can be our emissary there. I think that might be a good idea. Let's go back over to here. That was a great tweet. Okay, Hugo saying weekly silver option chain heat map for Shanghai Futures Exchange. Traders have been rolling their bullish bets to higher strikes. Most traded call options today at 27.7. Wow, 27.7 is way up here. Because this is an RMB per kilogram. And down here, I've got it converting to troy ounce US dollar. Interesting. Okay, I'll tweet that out. Let's get information. Solbex on large format silver above spot. Interesting. Guys, I want one of these big 15 kg silver slabs you see in China. I want one of those. It's the silver. Everyone's that I like this. Everyone's been talking about Black Swan events in 2026. Maybe the Black Swan is the Silver Swan. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Shug Zam is saying, I have platinum. Any thoughts on converting it to gold? Shug Zam, I'm gonna say answering this live. I'm gonna assume you're watching. Here's my outlook on platinum and palladium. Let me cough real quick. Hold a second. Sorry about that. Had something in my throat. Okay. Short term, I am bullish on platinum and palladium. Don't get me wrong. Long term, I'm not. And by short term, I mean the next couple of years, probably. If you look for platinum ratio compared to gold, it's extremely undervalued. But here's my concern with platinum and palladium. 40% of the demand for platinum is catalytic converters. 60 to 70% of the demand with palladium is catalytic converters. I truly believe that people around the world are going to continue to want to convert over, not everybody, but enough to matter, are going to want electric vehicles. You know, vehicles that are fully self-drive, let them watch YouTube, play games, do whatever on the way to work. I do think there's going to be hybrids. I do think there's still going to be gas-powered cars, but I think you're going to see a humongous drop-off in the industrial demand for platinum and palladium due to catalytic converters. I know it's needed for scrubbers for coal plants and other things, but I don't think it's going to amount to millions and millions and millions of catalytic converter demand. So long-term, not bullish. Long-term gold and silver, I'm bullish. I could put all my gold and silver, all that stuff you see right there, I could put that in a closet and forget about it for 50 years, come back and feel comfortable. I don't feel the same way currently about platinum and palladium. Is it possible platinum and palladium end up having other industrial demands that pick up for it? Sure. But we haven't discovered that yet. So that's how I feel about that. Now, should you trade platinum for gold or silver? Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet. I think platinum still has some legs on it. However, I'm not watching it closely like I am gold and silver. If I currently had platinum, if I had 1 platinum ounce, I might just sit on it. I might just have it to have a little bit more exposure to other stuff if I only had like an ounce or something. But if the majority of my stack was platinum, I would certainly convert a big portion of that into silver. I'm bullish gold, but I'm way more bullish silver right now. So that's what I would do. So if I only had like one ounce and everything else is gold and silver, I might just keep it. But if I was predominantly platinum, I might trade a portion of that to silver, if that makes sense. And if I had all platinum and I had no gold or silver, I might do 80% silver. I might do 80% silver, 10% gold, like 10% platinum, something like that. Again, not a financial advisor, just what I would do. I have several of these. I've held them onto them for years, says Dill. I think he's talking about the Engelhard. Yeah. Guys, if you remember, look at these. Look at these guys. Just picked these up at the Fun Coin Show. Bam. Bam. I was stacking these on a live stream. 3. So there's 3. Then I got these 2. I did an arbitrage deal to get these with gold and silver. Very successful arbitrage. I got a bunch of them strewn around here. So I really love those Engelhard bars. And guys, I let the deals dictate my buys. And right now you can get those Engelhard bars I just showed you for close to spot. I got those for $1.40 over spot. So right now is a time where you can get numismatic coins for near spot, or you can get classic vintage bars for near spot. Eventually, everything's going to settle down and premiums are going to return. I believe that eventually. So that's going to matter then. So Engelhard bar for me is going to be much more valuable than other types of silver. So that's an arbitrage I did. So right now, what I'd be looking for, what I am looking for when I'm buying is either one, the cheapest deal under spot, like wholesale. Can I get a bunch of 90% for a good deal? Number 2 is what would have the biggest premium that I can get closest to spot that I believe the premiums will return to in the future. Does that make sense? So those are kind of the 2 ways I'm playing it right now. And Rubaz is saying, invest in Red Lobster seafood platters. Oh, man. Big show coming. I think it's coming. Let me check. Guys, we are at 53,279 subscribers. 21 more subscribers to the next big show. If you ain't seen a big show, you haven't lived, and we're only 17 likes away from 900. I know we can hit that. Guys, I'm giving away a bunch of silver, some gold, and some copper soon. You got to be subscribed, so might as well just hit it. So 1, you can enter the giveaway, and then 2, we can see a big show. Close that. Let's see how much an American Silver Eagle is right now on APMEX. 104. 104. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I traded the Eagles. So first off, I did a gold arbitrage. I got a I got an ounce of gold, 2 half-ounce Eagles, maybe 80 days ago for 3,800. And I did a short-term flip, made $700 equity on that flip. Then I took that 700 and I took my Eagles. I couldn't find anyone that wanted to do an equal trade for Eagles. They just were only vintage bar dealers. So I found the best deal, sold the Eagles, took the cash with the 700, and then bought those bars. So the arbitrage worked quite well. I ended up with 11 of those Engelhard bars. I left with 20 American Silver Eagles and some cash in my pocket. And that cash in my pocket is for my next acquisition. So it was a really good. It was great. It was fun. Both gold and silver pushing back. Shanghai Futures Exchange pushing back, trying to get back over 100. It's at $99.62 while we're trading here at $89.32. So we're still $10 premium, $10 spread between us and Shanghai, and the United States can't afford that. We can't afford that for important reasons, because we will literally lose all the physical silver in the United States. It will go on not buses. It will go on boats. It will go on planes over to Asia and be sold for a premium of $10 a troy ounce. So although they're trying to smash us down, they can't do it for too long because we risked that. Wild times. Wild, wild times. RJG saying on Monday, I swapped 5 ounces of 2017 silver for a 1/10 ounce gold eagle. My first gold to silver GSR swap. Nice, RJG. Awesome. Good job. And people ask me when I'm going to do it. With the market the way it is, I think I might wait till like 30 or 20 to 1. And even at that point, I might not do it. I don't know. But a safer way to do it is exactly how RJG did it. Do it on the way down. And remember, if you play the gold to silver ratio, you end up with more gold and more silver than you would have if you just bought it outright. It's pretty cool. I did a video on it over 20 years. It's pretty epic. You should go check that out. Silver trade says Shanghai Premium widens to $13 an ounce. I'm just trying to find you guys new breaking news. Guys, if you ever need to get a gold or silver IRA, American Alternative Assets is a great company. I did an interview of that CEO on the channel. What is this? This hasn't happened before, never. I've been analyzing and told you silver. Okay, what's new though? I've seen all this before. I'm not sure. I'll have to read this. This is way too long. I don't just retweet anything. Like, I retweet stuff that I know to be true. Because I want my X, formerly known as Twitter, for you guys to be a repository of, like, vetted information. Can I still get stuff wrong? Yeah, but then we correct it. Okay. So I'm not just, like, retweeting like crazy there. So let's go back here. International Stacker, this formation is looking baggish, says Lewis Brown. Guys, this is almost... We're almost to the formation that we know colloquially as the devil's teabag. But we're not quite there yet. Do you think there will ever come a time where the gold to silver ratio will be inverted? I don't know, Jay Quest. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that say it's going to be 1 to 1. I don't know. I don't think so. You never know. Crazy things can happen. But that would be wild. I think if we get to 20s, into the 20s to 1, like that's gonna be a slog fest. I do think it's possible. I used to think it not be possible, but with the price action, the way the market's moving, our structural deficits, I do think that's possible. But for it to be inverted, man, I don't know, man. That'd be crazy. So I'm not typically a guy that's going to be saying the gold to silver ratio is going to invert or silver is going to be $1,000 an ounce. Could it be $1,000 an ounce? Yes. Could it invert? Yes. But I'm not going to tell you those things unless I have evidence to back it up. I like to base everything on evidence. That's why it's important to watch my videos, because these videos are full of evidence of the stuff that's going down. I explain their plan, what's going on. So if you watch this, it's a mix of videos at coin shops, coin shows, gold and silver ventures, but also videos like this. Silver shortage 2026, physical gone forever, premiums to explode. This talks about the bullion bank vaults and how they work. This talks about the margin nukes and how they didn't work. This talks about them shutting down the server. This talks about how silver physical price is decoupling from the paper price. So I put all the evidence in those. So spend a lot of time making those videos. The funny thing is my live streams do better. Look, 10,000, 11,000, 15,000, 9.1. That's a good one, 52. But my live streams do better than those videos. And those videos take a lot longer than live streams. I could live stream for you guys for 6 hours and it still takes less time than one of those videos I put together. Those things take like 12 to 20 hours of research and putting stuff together. So thank you for the support. Thank you for watching the live streams. I have the most fun in the live streams. But like the most concise information of what's going on with actual like the receipts on the screen are in these videos here. So check them out if you ever want to find out a bit more, get some evidence and support of why I'm saying what I'm saying. Otherwise, let's have fun in these live streams. What do you guys like better? Obviously you like the live streams better, right? I have more fun with you guys in the live streams, that's for sure. Mike Bay says 1 to 1 by 2050, maybe. Yeah, like if we were truly going to see like a 1 to 1 gold to silver ratio or silver $1,000 an ounce, I could think it being more plausible, like way in the future, like a 2050 thing. That's only 24 years from now. Live stream's better. Everyone says it. Maybe I should try to make those videos in the form. Okay, here's a question. Do you think it would be better if for this type of video, I like lined up all the evidence like I normally do, but instead of doing it pre-recorded and editing it super produced, maybe I just do it live? Yeah, I could have a bunch of tabs up here with all the evidence, and instead of editing for hours and doing all that, I could literally do it live and just click the tabs. Here's this. Here's this. Here this. And then at the end, I could do like a regular live stream. Would you guys like that better? I think we just discovered something. I think that would be better. And then I would save so much time editing. Christian Love saying, do you pay capital gains tax on silver trade to gold when the GSR is better? Look, I'm not a financial advisor. You're going to have to reach out to someone to ask. But when you go to a coin shop and trade them silver for gold or vice versa, they're just going to do it. There's going to be zero reporting done on that. They have to fill out paperwork on transactions of $10,000 or more. And since it's a trade, it's not a technical transaction. They're just shifting inventory. So you would have to ask an actual financial advisor for that. I'm not sure. Gochu, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you for answering my platinum question. Sincerely, Shugazam, pronounced like sarcasm. or pronounced like, yeah, sarcasm. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that super chat. You, sir, are mega. Here we go, guys. The baby gator call literally turned it around. And you know what else was a pivotal time for the channel? When I almost got taken out by pirates. That's right. I was live streaming live on the Nile River. You guys were watching when we got attacked by pirates.
Okay, this boat is coming like really close to us. Guys, it's gonna hit the boat. Oh, this is not good. Guys, it's a freaking pirate. Oh my gosh, what's happening? All right, guys, look for art. Does anyone see an RPG in there? Oh, he's selling things.
Okay, not quite pirates. They were Egyptians selling some textiles, some Egyptian cotton. I said to you guys, should I buy some? You said yes. So on live stream, I ran down to my room, searched for Egyptian pounds, went back over, had to put it in a weighted plastic bag and drop it onto the boat. We did make it. It did land in the boat. I bought some Egyptian cotton, and I had some Egyptian silver. I gave it away to you guys. That was funny. And if you guys know the YouTube channel Chills, he does scary stories. He has millions of subscribers. That clip made it into a Chills episode. So funny. Oh, that was Aztec Gold's first time watching. That's epic, Aztec Gold. Who was here for that? Put pirate in chat, or put Nile. That's easy. Nile, N-I-L-E. Were you at the Nile live stream? Put Nile in chat. I wonder how many of you were there. It was actually a couple years back. Do you think we'll go to a gold-backed dollar? Doug, I think it's going to be a digital currency, unfortunately. I think all governments are going to that, and they're going to be like, we're going to save money. We're going to fight terrorism. Like, it's going to be so much better. You can get it immediately. But really, it's for max taxation and max tracking. So I think it's going to be a digital US dollar. It's possible they somehow try to tie it to gold or silver, but it's not going to be one for one, because if it's one for one, then governments cannot deficit spend, and governments love to deficit spend. The US debt clock, the US debt is the one thing that always goes up, never goes down. So governments love to spend. So unfortunately, they can't back it one for one. They can rehypothecate it and say that's our gold reserves. I mean, we might see an element of that, but we're not going to see a one-for-one backed gold or silver U.S. currency that's in paper form, unfortunately. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll be rejoicing in the streets with you, but I don't think I'm wrong on that one. Do you guys think I'm off base, or you think that to be accurate? PM Bug is saying, I think the Western bullion banks are caught between the pivotal rock and hard place. They simply can't meet the silver demand from India and China. It's been clear since November. Indian futures are still in backwardation. Guys, remember, backwardation is when the futures price is cheaper than the current spot price. And since JP Morgan Chase told India that would have to wait for October LBMA silver purchases. The Shanghai Gold Exchange, Shanghai Futures Exchange vault stock have been draining, while those same entities have maintained a premium to the LBMA London Bullion Metals Association spot bullion banks should be sending LBMA silver to China to capture free money for that sweet arbitrage. Guys, remember, right now, Shanghai Futures Exchange trading at $100.12. But right now, we're trading at $89.73 on the Comex. That's over a $10 premium that you can immediately make on each ounce of silver. Now, SLV is being rated of inventory while LBMA spot is rising. I'm guessing that while it isn't being reported in the FT, the LBMA is in technical default on silver deliveries. Wow, that's crazy. Conrad Bullion, channel member, thank you for the support, is saying, have you heard of boiling 999 silver and drinking the water, silver water? So I think you might be referring to colloidal silver. I have heard of that. I actually just was at the fun show. I was interviewing a dealer and he was taking in drinks of colloidal silver. So I got that on video. I'm going to be putting that out here in the next week. I thought you guys would find that interesting. So it's called colloidal silver. I don't know how it's made. People say there's health benefits to it. I don't know. I've never looked into it. People swear by it. I've never looked into it, but I got that video coming soon. So I'm not sure how they make it, but yeah, I have heard of that. And to be clear, I'm not advocating for or against consuming colloidal silver. I have no idea. I've not looked into it. Some people swear by it. Some people say it turns you blue. So I don't have much to say on that. I'm sure there's people in chat that swear by it. I'm sure there's people in chat that don't. But yeah, I have heard of it. And guys, we are at 53,293 subscribers. Only 7 more subscribers till the next big show. Guys, subscribe if you want to see the big show. If you want to enter my upcoming Mega. Giving away over 20 ounces of silver, some copper, and a little bit of gold on top like Salt Bay. You can come get some of the Goblin's treasure, but you got to be subscribed. And we are now 49 likes away from 1,000 likes, guys. Can we hit 1,000 likes? Can we do it? I think we can. Who wants to see the big show? I'm not a medical doctor nor a financial advisor, but I can, however, advise on crustaceans. If you need any official advice on crustaceans, like molting patterns, how to wax your claws, the best formations for battle, I can help you there. Ooh, interesting. Poker John says, I'm a light colloidal silver drinker. I only drink it when it's light outside. Interesting. I think that's a joke, but I'm not sure. I drank it and now I'm blue, says Red Rogers. And Red Rogers is literally listening to Eiffel 65 on repeat. You know that song? I'm blue. Okay, Charles has taken colloidal silver for years. So see, there's people in chat that have actually done it, so they'd be a better source of information than me. I've never looked into it. When I look into stuff, I research the heck out of it. So I would say conduct research, ask people that have done it. Someone saying it's not safe can cause organ failure. Yeah, anything can cause organ failure or kill you if it's too much. Even drinking too much water can kill you. So you definitely be careful with what you consume. You only got one body. You only have one liver. You do have 2 kidneys. Hello from the Ozarks, says Lisa. Guys, did we do it? Wow. Channel members, if I refresh this right now and it says 53,300, it's time for the big show. Channel members, you know what to do. Here we go. Here we go. 53,300. Thank you so much. It's time for the big show.
National Aerobic Championship featuring
4
regional
times.
finalists from all across the United States
4
competing for
times.
the title of America's Best Aerobic Athlete. Presenting the reigning 1987
4
Bristol Light
times.
National Aerobic Champions.
Introducing the 4-time Crystal Light champion, International Stacker.
Scott Cole.
Thank you so much, guys. The name's International Stacker. I'm coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Yes, I am sipping on Mrs. International Stacker coffee live. We are at 53,302 subscribers. Thank you so much. And soon I'm going to be giving away in a Mega over 20 ounces of silver. Who wants it? Who wants it? We had an epic attack on silver overnight. They smashed it down to 86.43, but we fought back, got all the way back up to $91.53. They just smashed us down again. But ladies and gentlemen, we did a baby gator call, and now we're trading at 89.91 and looking strong. Silver futures is $88.84. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in backwardation. This is a backwardation alert. That's when the silver futures price is cheaper than the current spot price, and that signals that there's physical tightness in the metals in the big bullion banks vaults. That means people want silver now at a premium, and they're not willing to wait for it. Gold is on the rebound as well. They smashed us down to about $4,580. We're back over $4,600 right now. Shanghai Gold Futures Exchange is trading over $100, $100.10, whereas we're at $89.58. That's over a $10 premium that the bankers cannot afford to let go on for too long. Silver to gold ratio, we're at 51.61 to 1. We were almost to 49 earlier. We did make 49 just yesterday sometime, so that's pretty mega. Follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, guys. This is a repository for information you need to read the tea leaves and know what's going on. INTL Stacker on X. International when it fit, unfortunately. Whew, that was a mouthful, but even more of a mouthful was yesterday. Right here, this is the Comex website. They traded over 1.26 billion paper ounces of silver. Why is that significant? We only produce about 835 million ounces of silver a year. We consume more than 1.2 billion ounces of silver a year. We've been in a structural 5-year plus deficit. We consume more than we produce. We hit peak mining production in 2019, and ever since then, mining production has dropped 1 to 3%. The situation's not getting better. The only way out of this situation is to mine more silver. New mines take 10 to 15 years to come online. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I am bullish silver. They can change all the little rules they want, but one thing's for sure. Even if somehow they smacked silver down to $10 an ounce today, you would still not be able to find it for any less than $90, I believe. The new floor's been set. We're seeing a decoupling of physical metal price from the manipulated paper market, but they're losing grip, because if it was still manipulated like it's been for the last 45 plus years, we would still be under $20 an ounce. And although we just made an all-time notional high, a nominal high, I should say, actually, of $93.53, if you correct for the all-time high from 1980, that's over 208 of today's dollars. Guys, that was my silver rant of the day. How was it? That was my silver rant of the day. Woo. And I need to top up my coffee. Top off? Look at this. Silver Eagle premiums explode. $16 over spot. Future slam. Silver trade. Wow. Rashad saying, today at the opening, I would like miners to fill the recent gap snap back immediately. Going to be an interesting day. Oh yeah, the market's opened. The US stock exchange opened 13 minutes ago. Let me check it real quick. Let's see what it's doing. Hold up. The stock market is up, looks like. Yeah, the stock market is up. Okay, I wanted to also check. Oh, what was it going to check? Stock market. Oh, I was going to check miners. Hold up. Let me check the miners. 1 second here. Miners are all down right now. All down. My Singaporean relatives that were CEOs of Citibank and SEA HSBC Bank always told me to bank into commodities. Interesting, the Mando Dad. Soon going to try that Mrs. IS coffee, says CMR. Let's see how much is left, guys. Let me clear this chart. Let me clear this. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's see. So if let's try to add 25 whole bean. 6 whole bean left. Wow, only 7 bags left. 6 whole bean, 1 ground of Mrs. International Stacker coffee. You guys demanded it. Only 50 of these, then they're gone forever. I'm not doing it again. I'm not getting in the coffee business. So there's the link there if you want one. Only 7 left. And let me text the guy so he can shift some of those numbers into ground. I sent you an email, Grok, about colloidal silver, says Okie Stacker. Okay, let's see what Okie Stacker sent me. We got talking about colloidal silver earlier, guys. I don't know much about it, but I did see a dealer consuming it, and I interviewed him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'll have to look into more. I'll have to look into that more. Thank you for that. It's a long article, so that's gonna take me some time to read. Okay, here we go. Here, guys, we're just 76 likes away from 1100. I'm pretty sure we can do that. I think we got it in us, and it looks like silver might need our help again, guys. Should we do one more baby gator call to rally up? Should we do it? Let me know what you think. And we are just 94 subscribers away from the next big show. 53,400 will be the next big show. Master Stacker flew back to Maryland. Master Stacker's in Maryland. Oh, SEA means Southeast Asia. Thank you. Interesting. You're half Aussie, half Singaporean. Awesome, Mando Dad. Cool. Okay, guys, the last time we did this, it literally turned the market. Literally. This candle right here was red. And when we did the baby gator, it turned green. We need another help to finish the devil's tea bag. So here we go. We're going to try it live.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
I almost had a peg leg. I thought a gator was going to come out, latch onto my leg and just death roll. But no, it was an iguana, so that was cool. That was cool. What a day. Here's what I think I'm going to do, guys. I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call this stream. I want to edit up a few videos for you guys from the Fun Coin Show so I could get those out this week. I want to release one tomorrow if I can get it done. And then maybe another one next week. So what do you guys think? I think I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to work on editing those videos, getting them done. And then if something pops off during the day, I'll go live again. Most likely, I will go live tonight for either the Asian Open or the market close, just depending what it looks like. So most likely, I'll do that tonight. But I need to edit those videos so you guys get to see it. Does that sound good, guys? So please smash that like button on your way out. Please, please, please subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. All this silver you see right here, not all of it under it, but 20 ounces of it. This stuff right here is going to be given away to you guys soon on the mega giveaway, and some copper. But you got to be subscribed. You got to turn on those notifications. That video is probably coming next week sometime. Thank you, everyone, so much. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Channel members, help me out. It's CYOTNO, which literally stands for catch you on the next one. Appreciate you guys. Stay classy, San Diego.
One stacker on a journey
To find
silver.
International Stacker.